You probably did not buy your first energy drink because you loved the taste. Most people try it for the first time because they are desperate to stay awake, to finish an assignment, to survive a night shift, to stay alert on a long drive, or to push through one more workout when their body is already tired. You crack open the can, hear the sharp hiss as the gas escapes, see the bubbles rush to the surface, and feel the cold liquid burn slightly as it hits your tongue. Within a short time, your heart beats a little faster, your eyes feel wider, your brain feels more awake. And suddenly, the task in front of you does not seem so impossible. That first experience of borrowed energy can feel like magic, like you have discovered a shortcut that everyone else is sleeping on. But what starts as an emergency solution can quietly turn into something else. One can becomes two, one day becomes every day, and before you know it, there is always an energy drink in your bag, on your desk, or in your hand. It stops being a rare boost and becomes part of your identity. A habit you hardly question at the beginning. Drinking energy drinks every day might feel like a smart move. You tell yourself that you are working harder than other people, that you need more energy than the average person, that this is the price of success. On the outside, it even looks impressive. You stay up later, you finish projects, you keep saying yes to extra work, and people may even praise your hustle. But deep inside, your body is not clapping. Under the surface, your nervous system is working overtime to handle the constant flood of caffeine, sugar, and other stimulating ingredients. Every can you drink is like pressing down on a gas pedal that is already close to the floor. Your heart gets the message to speed up. Your blood vessels respond. Your brain is told to stay alert even when it desperately wants to rest. You might feel powerful in the moment, but energy drinks do not create energy. They only drag it from your future. Imagine your body has a natural energy bank. When you sleep well, eat properly, move your body, and manage stress, you slowly deposit energy into that bank. During the day, you withdraw from it to work, study, think, and move. Energy drinks act like a trick that lets you spend more than you actually have. They do not increase the size of the bank. They just let you swipe a card even when your account is close to zero. At first, this feels great, but sooner or later the bill arrives. For many daily energy drink users, the bill shows up as a strange kind of tiredness that never goes away. When you are drinking them regularly, you may notice that without them you feel worse than before. Your baseline level of energy drops. Mornings feel impossible without that can. You begin to feel like yourself only after you drink it. The drink that once gave you extra energy has now become the minimum requirement just to feel normal. As your tolerance goes up, so the same amount no longer hits as hard, so you increase the dose. Instead of one can, you drink two, sometimes three. You might mix different brands or choose stronger versions advertised as extra intense. Your heart now has to handle repeated waves of stimulation every single day. Each time you drink, your heart rate rises, your blood pressure may increase, and your body releases stress hormones that prepare you for action. But you are not actually running from danger or lifting heavy things. You are just sitting at a desk or in a car. The stress system in your body, designed to protect you in short emergencies, is being poked and pulled like a toy. Over time, this constant triggering can contribute to feelings of being on edge, restless, or anxious, even when nothing is wrong. You may or may not develop serious heart problems, but you become more familiar with sensations like a pounding chest, jittery hands, or sudden waves of unease that are hard to explain. Your sleep begins to suffer as well. Caffeine stays in your system for many hours. When you drink an energy drink in the afternoon or evening, the caffeine does not magically disappear at night when you want to sleep. It remains in your blood, sneaking into your brain chemistry and blocking the signals that say it is time to rest. Maybe you still fall asleep eventually after staring at the ceiling, but the quality of that sleep is lighter and more broken. You wake up in the middle of the night, or you toss and turn without sinking into deep rest. In the morning, you open your eyes and feel as if you never slept at all. Instead of listening to your body's message that you need recovery, you swallow it down with another cold, sweet, caffeinated drink. This pattern slowly destroys your natural sleep rhythm. Nights become a battleground instead of healing time, and days become a blur where you are never truly awake, only artificially stimulated. Sugar is another quiet player in this story. Many energy drinks contain large amounts of sugar in each can. That sugar hits your bloodstream quickly, giving you a rush of sweet, bright energy that seems to help you concentrate and move faster. But the crash that follows is just as real. After the initial spike, your blood sugar can drop, leaving you feeling empty, shaky, hungry, and irritated. You might reach for another can to fix the drop, and the cycle continues. Over months and years, this repeated roller coaster of high and low sugar puts stress on your metabolism. Your body has to work harder to keep your blood sugar under control. You may notice that you gain weight more easily around your stomach, that you crave sweets or more drinks frequently, and that you find it harder to feel satisfied after normal meals. Your teeth are also constantly bathed in acid and sugar from these drinks, which can erode enamel and feed bacteria that cause cavities. You smile in the mirror and realize that your once bright teeth now look duller. And your dentist starts to ask questions about what you are drinking. Some energy drinks also include a mix of other stimulating ingredients, like certain plant extracts, amino acids, and vitamins in high doses. On their own, some of these ingredients are not harmful in small amounts, but the problem is the combination, the dose, and the frequency with which you pour them into your body. Your liver and kidneys are responsible for processing and filtering everything that enters your bloodstream. When you drink energy drinks every day, these organs have to repeatedly filter strong mixtures that they were never designed to process constantly over years. While you might not feel pain directly in those organs, the overall load on your system increases. You are asking your body to handle a laboratory of chemicals, daily on top of all the normal work it already has to do to keep you alive. The long-term risks are not always obvious immediately, but your body remembers every can. On the mental side, daily energy drink use reshapes how you relate to effort and productivity. You start believing that you cannot focus or work at all without stimulation from a can. You stop trusting your natural abilities and rhythms. Instead of managing your time, your breaks, your diet, and your sleep to support your performance, you lean on drinks to push you through laziness, boredom, and genuine fatigue. The problem is that caffeine can make you feel more awake without actually making your thinking clearer or your decisions wiser. You might stay up all night powered by energy drinks, but how much of that time is truly productive? And how much is you simply jittering your way through tasks in a haze of artificial alertness? You may begin to notice more mistakes, more forgotten details, more clumsy errors in your work or study. The drink builds confidence without necessarily building competence, and that gap can lead to serious consequences in important areas of your life. Relationships can be affected too. When you are chronically overstimulated and underslept, your patience shrinks. You snap more easily at the people around you. Little irritations turn into big arguments. Loved ones may not understand why your mood swings so suddenly from energetic to exhausted, from cheerful to angry. You might make plans and then cancel them because you are too tired or because you need to work. Over time, after wasting energy fighting against your own body, friends and family may see only the outer behavior and conclude that you are unreliable or unstable, not realizing that your nervous system is being pushed and pulled daily by the chemicals you pour into it. Instead of being present in conversations, you often find yourself thinking about your next drink, just like someone who needs a constant supply of small doses to stay balanced. There's also the psychological dependence that creeps in. On days when you cannot access an energy drink, you may feel anxious, low, or even panicky. Headaches, irritability, and extreme tiredness appear when your body does not get its usual caffeine quota. These withdrawal symptoms are a clear sign that your body has adapted to having a certain level of stimulant all the time. You did not intend to become dependent, but repeated consumption made it your new normal. At this point, the energy drink is no longer giving you extra energy. It is simply preventing you from sinking below a new, artificially low baseline. You drink not to feel good, but to avoid feeling terrible. That is the mark of dependence, and it can be a frightening realization when it finally becomes clear. If you are younger, you might believe that all of this is just temporary, that you can abuse your body now and fix it later. But think about what routine you are building. Habits created in your teens and 20s often follow you into your 30s and beyond. The idea that you must always have a can to work, to drive, to study, to socialize, teaches your brain that your natural state is not enough. You disrespect your own biology every time you force it to operate like a machine that never needs proper rest, good food, or quiet time. Years down the line, you might still feel like a prisoner to the same medal you casually picked up for a late study night once. The scary part is that society often celebrates this behavior. Advertising shows energetic, successful people cracking open cans before extreme sports, intense gaming, or all-nighters in the office. The message is clear. These drinks are for winners who never stop. What you do not see in the advertisement is the same person 5 years later struggling with constant fatigue, poor sleep, and a mind that cannot focus without chemical support. You do not see the quiet anxiety attacks, the chest tightness, the mood swings, the visits to doctors who ask about lifestyle but rarely hear the full truth. You see only the shiny surface, not the slow damage, and yet you are not powerless in this story. You do not have to wait for some dramatic health crisis to change your relationship with energy drinks. The first step is awareness. Count how many cans you actually drink in a week. Notice the times of day when you reach for them. Is it always when you are already tired? Is it when you are bored, stressed, or avoiding a task you hate? Ask yourself honestly whether the drink is solving a real physical problem or acting as a bandage for deeper issues like poor sleep habits, lack of boundaries at work, bad time management, or emotional stress. Once you see the pattern, you can begin to change it. The process of reducing energy drinks does not need to be loud or dramatic. For many people, the best way is gradually. You might start by cutting your daily amount in half. Instead of 2 cans, you have 1, and you drink it earlier in the day so it does not interfere with sleep. You increase your water intake to help your body flush out what it does not need. You experiment with natural sources of energy, like a short walk in the sun, a few minutes of deep breathing, stretching, or a proper meal with real food. You start going to bed a little earlier, not with a can in your hand, but with the intention to give your nervous system what it truly craves: darkness, silence, and time to repair. The first week might feel difficult. Your body will complain. You may feel more tired because the artificial support is gone, and your real level of exhaustion finally rises to the surface. But if you push through this phase and give your body the chance to heal, something powerful begins to happen. Your sleep becomes deeper. You wake up feeling slightly more rested. Your heart feels calmer. The strange jitteriness that lived in your hands and chest begins to fade. Your focus becomes more stable and less frantic. You discover that you can work and study with less drama, more calmly, without depending on strong chemicals. You begin to feel proud of yourself not for how many cans you can handle, but for how much you respect your own limits. One day, you look at an energy drink shelf in a shop and feel something new. Distance. You realize that the colorful cans no longer control you. You may still choose to drink one occasionally, but now it is a conscious choice, not a reflex. You know what it costs your body? You know how it affects your sleep, your heart, your mood, and your energy bank. And you decide whether that cost is worth it in that moment. That is freedom. Freedom is not never touching a can again. It is not being owned by it. If you drink energy drinks every day right now, this video is not here to judge you. You did not wake up one day and decide to harm yourself. You were sold the idea that you must always be on. It's always productive, always intense, and energy drinks were presented as your ally. But now you know more. You know how daily use takes from your tomorrow to pay for today? You know how it can lead to constant tiredness, poor sleep, mood swings, dependency, tooth problems, weight gain, and a nervous system that never truly relaxes. You know that the person you want to become, the life you want to live, needs a body and mind that are strong and steady, not always pushed to their limit by a can. So as this video ends, imagine yourself 1 year from now. Do you still want to be checking your bag to make sure you packed enough energy drinks to survive the day? Or do you want to wake up with real energy that comes from inside you, from good sleep, movement, and better choices? That future starts with one decision that you make today. Maybe it is not the decision to quit forever. Maybe it is simply the choice to drink less, to rely less, to respect your body more. But that small change repeated daily can quietly transform your life. The next time you open a can, ask yourself if you are borrowing energy from tomorrow. Then decide if you are willing to keep paying that price.